It is now February of 2023, and crypto has absolutely shaken the entire market up. Bitcoin's up 50% plus, leaving room for altcoins such as Ethereum and Matic and Solana all to grow 50, 80, 90% to the upside. And because of this, people are starting to question, is the bull market here? Is the bear market over? What should I be doing? And they're scrambling and hustling, trying to put together a strategy of what they should be investing in order to capitalize on the gains that could be on the way. Now, generally speaking, our channel focuses on the top 15 cryptos. We'll do technical analysis, market analysis, and things of that nature. But today we're going to shift focus just a little bit, and we're going to go over some micro caps or small cryptos that I believe have a lot of potential that could be literal lottery tickets if we do proceed into a bull market. So I'm going to be giving you 4 different cryptos that are spread out amongst 3 different sectors in which I believe have the most potential to see growth, and we're starting with sector number 1, which is layer 1s. To make it very simple, a layer 1 refers to the base infrastructure of a blockchain, or sometimes referred to as the mainnet. This is basically the foundation of all of the ecosystems in which you see in crypto. All of those developments, all of those dApps, all of those platforms and games are all built on blockchains, and those blockchains are layer 1s. Now, typically speaking, as we enter into bull markets, layer 1s are the ones that see the most growth because realistically they provide everything that we need for continuation and development and expansion of crypto as a whole. And so oftentimes when we are in bear markets, it's a great idea to look for some of these young new layer 1s that could be built on and developed on and see a lot of expansion that could then be, that next Ethereum or that next Binance or that next Solana or one of those similar. So because of that, I do have 2 for you today. The first one is going to be Kickchain. So Kickchain and its native token CIC are a hybrid layer 1 group that focuses on solving the 3 elements of the trilemma: scalability, security, and decentrality. This chain has been in development for years and reports of being capable of handling thousands of transactions per second. They just recently announced the creation and approaching launch of their governance DAO, which will bring even more decentralization on chain as they use this DAO to make decisions on main chain developments. So this is what I look for when I'm looking to invest into a young new layer 1. Are they solving security? Are they solving scalability? Are they working on decentrality? If they're capable of doing so and they are actually seeing on-chain development, they have the potential to market this thing out, bring on a bunch of different developers, and to grow an ecosystem on top of their foundation. And as that happens, oftentimes their native token, in this example would be Kick, will usually see a substantial amount of growth. And so because of that, considering the fact that their market cap is only about $30 million compared to the billions of dollars that we've seen invested into layer 1s in the history, I would say that they have a great chance of seeing 10, 15, possibly even 20x in gains in another bull market. And so it is one that I am adding to my portfolio. Now, the next crypto that we're going to be talking about from the layer 1 sector is one that I made a video on just a couple of days ago, and that is Everscale. Everscale is a scalable smart contract based platform that reports to be able to handle over 100,000 transactions per second using sharding, dynamic multi-threading, and low gas costs. Their overall aim as a whole is to become the backbone for high load applications with real use cases, sort of a hub for utility DeFi. Now, similar to Kickchain, Everscale checks all of the boxes that I look for. They have a substantial amount of funding, most notably a $5 million investment from Venom Venture Fund just a couple weeks ago. They have a substantial amount of on-chain development and building so many different decentralized applications such as Everkitten, Everspace, Everwallet, Eversurf, and everything that you could possibly think of in terms of what would build enough infrastructure on a layer 1 to genuinely build up a strong empire. So as you can see, they have a load of knowledge of how to build this thing in the right way, and as they are continuously doing so, it is proving that they are on track to see some type of success into the future here. Now, their current market cap's right around $250 million, so they're definitely one of the larger micro caps that you can invest in, but considering the fact that we have seen billions of dollars inflow into layer 1s before, I don't see a reason as to why this thing couldn't 10, 15, maybe even 20x depending on how they continue to build and how they continue to develop. Now, moving on to the next sector, we are going to now be talking about a sector that really shook up crypto for what I believe to be forever. In 2021, in November roughly, we saw things like Gala Games, Sandbox, Mana, all of these different cryptos that were related to either GameFi or the metaverse absolutely transform what crypto is as a whole. And although they have been a bit underperforming in the bear market, I do believe that there will be a substantial amount of room for GameFi and metaverse tokens in the future. And so because of that, I am starting to invest into tokens that are within that sector. Now, there are many options to choose from here, but personally, I like to go with one that I have seen make it through the bear market and continuously develop through the bear market because it shows that there is a lot of resilience, and we're talking right now about Project Quantum and its native token, Qubit. Now, this is a company that has been live for over 2 years, but in my opinion, still has its best days in front of it. Project Quantum is currently working on creating a AAA first-person shooter game that has their own native token, Qubit, as the center of the entire ecosystem. Now, I've been following Project Quantum for multiple years. I made videos on them just 2 years ago in which we were covering all of the things in which they were developing, and they have continued to develop since then. I believe that they are putting in the most effort into creating a AAA game of any other crypto right now, and so because of that, I do think that this is going to allow them to set their footprint and actually have a spot within the future of AAA gaming, within the future of gaming and GameFi as a whole, as it does continue to develop. It is, in my opinion at least, that the whole gaming industry will shift towards crypto at some point, and the track that they're on right now, as I mentioned before, they could be a major player within that. I mean, just look at this trailer. You can see the amount of effort that they are putting into each individual detail to make sure that this is as perfect as they can possibly get it, and I believe that paying attention to detail in this nature is what's going to set them apart from any other games, especially within their sector. So considering the fact that they are only at about a $30 million market cap, I do see that this thing could hit 100 million again, maybe even upwards 200, 300 million, which does put it in the range of 10, 15, maybe even a 20x into another bull market. So because of that, it is absolutely one that I'm adding to my portfolio that I think you should at least give a look. Now, moving into the last sector, we are talking about shitcoins. Now, I know none of us like shitcoins for the most part, but many of us who have been in this space for 4 to 5 years do understand that they will probably always have a spot within crypto, as long as there are degens like myself who are going to buy them and try to make money off of them as much as possible. Now, you know, shitcoins are basically going to be the ones, some of them are going to make it, but many of them will not. It's a bunch of people who have ideas that just give their idea a try, and sometimes, like I said, they fail, sometimes they don't fail. And in the world of shitcoins, they're basically lottery tickets. You don't put a lot of money into them, you just put a little bit and just kind of see what happens. And that's just the space that we are always going to see within crypto. And so my thought process around this is, how can we invest into shitcoins without running a super high risk of actually investing into shitcoins? And that's where I present you Cookiesale. So Cookiesale is a launchpad that provides just about every service that you need when creating, launching, and growing a new crypto or a shitcoin. They offer token creation, airdrop creation, LP lock capabilities, pre-sale services, private sale services, and much more. Now, they're currently sitting right around an $850,000 market cap. A competitor of theirs, for example, would be Pinksale, which is at about a $20 million market cap, and I do believe that they offer even better services than something like Pinksale, and so in my brain, that definitely could see, you know, a 10, 15, 20x also. Now, the thought process behind this is, again, I don't necessarily want to be investing into shitcoins, especially not right now. This market could turn bearish at any given point, and those are the ones that see the absolute most destruction. But if I can invest into something like Cookiesale that will provide and, you know, help and be an accessory to shitcoins without really being one itself, in my brain, I can get exposure to the shitcoin market without exactly having to invest into one. And so that's kind of my thought process there. And I think that can be applied to many other launch pads, or maybe these different incubators, or even exchanges, things of that nature that are accessories to shitcoins without exactly being shitcoins. So what do you think about today's picks? Have you invested in any of them? If you have, let us know why, and if you have not, let us know why. Now, if you do want more information about some of our picks and some of these smaller cryptos that we are investing in, go subscribe to the free newsletter down below. I do include that every single week, and so if you want to stay up to date about what some promising prospects are, you definitely can go check that out, again, with the description down below. But with that said, that's about it. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all next time. Peace.